Hello everyone, this is my quick update on my progress so far with the Kool Beneve Kids Tablet, which we've had for about a month now. So my experience with it and my daughter's experience with it as well. Interestingly, my daughter, although I bought this for her and wanted her to use it, she is still drawn to using my iPad. I don't think because there's any kind of difference in terms of spec, which she, at 2 years old, she isn't aware of. I think she's just gotten used to using my iPad, and that she's sort of naturally drawn to use that. So she hasn't used this as much as I would like her to have, because if my iPad's available, she'll default to that. If it's not available, then she'll end up using this. But something that did happen that I want to draw your attention to is she dropped it. And she's dropped my iPad in the past, but she dropped this, and something quite sad happened actually. If you can see that hole, you can see there, that's where the audio volume buttons used to be. It fell out. Actually, the case itself sort of split open, and I managed to push the case back together before I realized that this was missing. And now it's quite a tight fit, and I don't really want to prise her apart for fear that I won't put it back together. So it wasn't a big drop. I mean, she's quite little. She was, imagine if you drop it from sort of sofa height, and it popped open. So that was a bit of a surprise. The next thing that has been a consideration, or a question that I've been asked a lot about this device, is how good is the battery? Well, I've done a lot of testing, and later on in this video you're going to see the results of some recordings that I've done that are on like a time lapse, so I've sped them up a little bit in terms of how long the battery lasts. Well, I can tell you the battery on this right now is absolutely dreadful. From a full charge, it drops down to an 80% battery, just sitting there on standby for about an hour. So it lost 20% in an hour doing nothing. And then when I played the YouTube video and recorded the battery life, you can actually see the percentage on the battery going down very quickly, and that's in the video coming up. So in terms of value, I'd say a full charge on this, if you're considering this for a young child, they're going to get about an hour out of it before it needs to be recharged. For many people, that's going to be good enough. If you obviously if you haven't got the budget and you've got concerns over spending a lot of money on an iPad or even a Galaxy Tab or a new Huddle, which is £100 plus, and you don't really want to give a young child a device like this for fear they'll drop it like my daughter did, then ideal this is. If their attention span is such that they probably go on there, spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, watch a video or two, maybe play on some apps, then it's going to be okay. Short journeys will be okay to keep them entertained, but it's cheap. You get what you pay for. You can't argue really, but I mean, a full charge will probably get you about an hour's worth of use out of it, and not really a great deal more I can say other than just be conscious that if it's going to be easy to break if it's dropped. The screen on it is adequate for a young child. It doesn't come with any parental control software on there, so you'd have to try and find some parental software in the App Store, which I'm going to be doing in a separate video next week. I'm going to be reviewing some parental control software in the App Store. And yeah, cheap, get what you pay for. Not a lot else I can say.